Have you ever wondered which loader you should use for your kitgun? For many guys, they did mention that it would be better to use Splat or Ram Flare because of the high magazine size. Especially when you can use the Merciless Arcane to just reduce the reload speed, that's the good thing, right? However, I'm the person that use kitguns a lot, and I noticed that when you have the choice, sometimes the high magazine doesn't really always the best. Which is why this video, I'll share with you what I noticed and how to pick between the two different loaders. When you reach to the highest rank, there are 4 loaders that you will use the most, which is Splat and Killstream, both providing highest critical chance, Ram Flare and Flower Fire that provide maximum status chance. The only difference is that whether you want to use a high magazine size or a quick loader. To see the difference here, I have 2 Tone Finger primary kitguns that one use Splat, another one use Killstream, so that I can see that what kind of difference we have here. Now, based on what you see here, you can notice that for both kitguns, they didn't really show too much difference here. Yes, it's true that high magazine size comes out with a high reload speed with more time to reload, while Killstream can reload much quicker, but I didn't find any difference there. Especially when you're in the game where you need to fight against the enemy, I can't tell there much difference. So we can tell that there's not really much difference. So does it mean that the higher magazine size is useful? Well, I think it is. That's all for the video. Thank you for watching. Wait. Hold on. Don't go yet. I'm just kidding. It's true that based on these 2 different loaders, we can't see a difference there. However, I decided to test out with all the other kitguns and see that are there any difference that not just only exclusive to Tone Finger only. And I noticed that for many of the kitguns, they just really didn't show that much difference. Just when I was thinking that is this the end, I realized that for many of my kitguns build, I did use one arcane that will actually change everything, which is Pax Charge. You see, Pax Charge will change the magazine into a barrier. And if you use Full Main and Bobonica a lot, you know that barrier behave quite different to the normal magazine. To make it simple, for normal magazine, when you reload, it will immediately reload to the maximum to you, no matter when you use it or not, but you are always using the same reload speed. On the other hand, when you're using a battery, it will always be charged towards the maximum from your current battery size, no matter how much you remain, whether it's empty or not. This is something interesting because when you notice this difference, this will create a sticky situation where is it really good to use the high magazine or high reload speed? What I noticed is that yes, Pax Charge did reduce your battery recharge delay a lot, and you can see the reload speed is indeed reduced so much. Yet that doesn't mean that it will recharge to the maximum like it mentioned. The biggest drawback is that when you're using a battery, you have to wait until it recharges to the maximum, no matter how quick the reload speed it is. Meaning, even though the reload speed is very fast, but it still takes time from your current position up until the maximum. On the other hand, magazine just doesn't care about that. When you reload, you just immediately get the maximum size. And that's what makes things interesting. I tested out with all the kitguns, and for every kitguns, I tried to see the difference between using Pax Charge or not. And what I noticed is very interesting. When you're using a Splat or Ram Flare that provide more magazine size, they usually take more time to recharge to the maximum. While for Killstream and Flower Fire, they just quickly charge into a maximum. Even though many of the kitguns here, you can't see the difference of how fast or how slow it is. But when you increase the magazine size even further, maybe for one of my kitguns here using the stage that have more magazine size, you can notice that even though Pax Charge did change the battery, and yes, it charged very fast, but because of the high magazine size, it takes too long to recharge to the maximum. In addition, I also noticed that only the Catch Moon and Spore Laser primary kitguns, when using Pax Charge, the recharge is very slow compared to the secondary kitguns that are usually very fast, which only these 2 are the exclusive ones. Others just don't really have it. So, what can we conclude from this? From the very beginning, you have to make sure that you don't have any resources issue because for Splat and Ram Flare, they did use rare ore material instead of Killstream and Flower Fire that use rare fish component, which I would say that the second one will be much better. Under this scenario, you had to first ask yourself, Have you decided to use Pax Charge on your kitguns or not? If you're willing to use Pax Charge, use the fast loader. Otherwise, if you're not deciding to use it, better to use Splat and Ramflare. But there are also cases like I mentioned, Catch Wound and Spore Laser primary, always to use the Splat and Ramflare due to they can't even benefit well from Pax Charge, so never use them. And also, you have to depend on whether will the magazine size become too large when you're using the larger magazine loader, which in that case, Pax Charge also won't be needed, and therefore, it is also beneficial to just use the larger magazine size. If all these explanations are quite hard for you to understand, don't worry, I have made my own mind map for you to refer, so that you can easily to identify which loader you want to use for your kitgun.
If this is your first time watching, why not leave a like and subscribe to my channel so that you won't miss out any newest contents from me. Why not leave your comments down below if you got any ideas or thoughts you want to share with all of us. And that's it from me, and as always, I will see you all next time. Bye bye!